Hey guys, this is Advent of Code 2020, Day 8, Part 2. Here we go. After some careful analysis, you believe that exactly one instruction is corrupted. Somewhere in the program, either a jump is supposed to be NOP or NOP is supposed to be a JMP. No ACC instructions were harmed in the corruption of this boot code. The program is supposed to terminate by attempting to execute an instruction immediately after the last instruction in the file. By changing exactly one jump or NOP, you can repair the boot code and make it terminate correctly. For example, consider the following program. First instruction, NOP and jump, it would create a single instruction if in a loop, never leaving that instruction. Because it would just go boom, 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 just keep going back to it. If you change almost any of the jump instructions, we'll still eventually find the jump instruction and loop forever. However, if you change the second to last instruction from jump -4 to NOP -4, the program terminates. The instructions are visited in this order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After the last instruction, the program terminates by attempting to run the instruction below. The last instruction in the file with the change after the program terminates, the accumulator contains the value 8. Fix the program so that it terminates normally by changing exactly one JMP to NOP or NOP to jump. Okay. What is the value of the accumulator after it terminates? Okay. So let's start with our code from the previous one, because that's what we do here. Move this to part 2. Let me use their sample again. Save it there. Okay, so now what I'm thinking I can do is I'm going to take my input. I'm going to cycle through every single instruction. If it equals a NOP, I'm going to change it to a JMP. And then I'm going to run it through this code right here to see if it breaks or not. And I'll modify this to be its own function and return a bool value of true or false. Is it a loop or is it not a loop, basically? And I'll just go through each one, every jump changing it to NOP, every NOP changing it to a jump, until finally I find the right answer. So let's do this. Let's change this to a program. Let's say we got our input. Let's do, just let me, thought maybe I could just refactor it with that. Var. I don't need to declare that. I can just literally could just call it, I think. If, let's just do this. Is not loop. And we'll pass in input. I'll say bool. Generate the method. So is not loop, and it takes an input, and it'll pass back a bool. So return true. If it makes it to the end, it's going to be true. Exit right there. Instead of break here, I'm going to return here and say false. If it goes here, if it ends up here, then it's an infinite loop and just exit out of this. So I want to, if loop is loop for, okay, so that's what that function is going to look like. So I want to go through each one of these though. So now I want to say for int I equals 0, I is less than input dot count plus instruction equals input at I. Split. We're going to split it by spaces. So that's going to give us our instruction. And now we're going to say instruction 0. So case if it's a NOP, case if it's a JMP. So let's do this one first. If it's a JMP, what I want to do is I want to change it. Change instructions to equal so I'm changing it to equal jump if it's NOP. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here. Except it's going to be something. It's going to be NOP. I'm doing the same. I just want to flip them. Is this the easiest way to do that? Maybe. New instruction equals string dot join. So now I want to join these together. That's going to be the new instruction. I'm going to join them together with a space in between. So I changed it to NOP from NOP to JMP, and then I joined it back together with its plus 0 for that first one. So the first one's NOP plus 0. I changed it to JMP plus 0. Okay, so now var new input equals input to list. I'm changing it to a list so that I can just do I need to change it to a list? I don't think I do. Equals input, and then we're going to say new input at I equals new instruction. It's going to bother me if it was kept looking at that. So I have the new input, and then here's where I'm going to say if is not loop. I'm going to pass in new input. So if it's not a loop, I want to break out of this because I got my answer, and I want to say I want to get my answer. So how can I get my answer? Because I'm returning a bool. Here's what I'll do. I'll just say acc.jump here. That's going to give me my answer. Up here it's going to break out. So that'll be fine. I want to do the same thing here. What I did there. I want to do the same thing there. Why is this a problem? It's already declared. This is how I'm doing it for now. So I don't, okay, that shouldn't, so let's see, what is that going to give me? Don't need this down here. Did I save this in the right spot? I'll save as day part 2 input save. Yes. Got it. Which one's going to be? Where did I mess up here? Listening with account, instruction, split, switch instruction, 0 equals NOP. Let's make sure that this is actually doing what I want it to. Got it. Okay, and then I'm passing it in new input into there. And what does this one give me? Gives me false. Okay, next one is new input 2. See, this is the problem right here. New input I. This is why I changed it, but why does input? I don't remember changing input. Where did that get changed at? So that's getting overwritten there. Okay, so I just need to fix this. I see what's happening here. Let's okay, so it looks like should be good now. 8. Is that what they got? 8? Okay, they got 8, yeah. So let's get our puzzle input here. Save. Let's back up. Run. 797. There we go. All right. So that concludes day 8, part 2. Thanks for watching, guys. If you think that I'm doing something that could be done better, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I'm always open up to seeing what other people are doing. So thanks.